Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gashi's Kaman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. BBC exposed William Samoei Ruto's government badly. That expose by the BBC Africa is something that caught many people off guard. Ladies and gentlemen, when the Gen Z invaded parliament, there is this one gentleman who was saying, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm here. Mr. Speaker, sir. And then he would take the maize. I don't know to show that photo here because they give me a lot of problems. And he ends by saying, Ruto must go. That gentleman, where did he go? Did he go underground? Was he murdered? Did he run away from the country? And if he died, when was he buried? And where was he buried? Maybe you can put your comment in our comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, please like the video as we give a critical analysis about this expose by BBC Africa. William Samoei Ruto has been put on a firefighting mode, and he's going to be on a firefighting mode all the way to 2027 general elections. And this is going to affect him badly because of a number of reasons. When you look at the army has been entangled in this affair. When Meguna talked about the involvement of army, and he goes ahead and say about the cremation of some Kenyans at the barracks, many people did not take Meguna lightly. But I have learned to take Meguna very seriously. Meguna sio mtu wa koropo kwa hivyo. And the fact that the image of our army is dented raises also many questions about our security forces. The fact that nobody has been arrested so far is also a cause for concern. Nobody up to now. The fact that the BBC can be able to identify the killer police and the army guys is something that is amazing. But our security forces, our government, has never even bothered to investigate what actually transpired here. The MPs, on the other hand, comes out as people who are heartless, who don't care about the people. Only one person, Babu Owino, and some few others from Azimio, who stood, and Wiper by the way, who stood with the Gen Z, who stood with the common man. These guys were busy voting yes for the finance bill. But Babu Owino comes out very strongly and rejected that bill. The president regime is badly tainted and is now seen, it is depicted as a murderous regime. The president is presiding over a murderous regime. And even before people were done with the BBC expose, yesterday we witnessed what looked like a horror movie in Kalenjin Lad, when 5 people were killed by our security forces. Ladies and gentlemen, where is our country headed to? William Samoei Ruto's government is in crisis and is going to suffer badly. And I want to show you the impact of this expose by BBC Africa as far as governance and William Samoei Ruto's administration is concerned. I'll start by looking at the international community, our government, our country. William Samoei Ruto's regime is likely to be isolated by the international community. The West is likely to see Kenya as a pariah. Kenya is also likely to lose as far as trade is concerned. No government wants to be associated with a murderous regime. Ladies and gentlemen, we are losing our country. When it comes to diplomatic gains that were made by successive regimes, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Mwai Kibaki had put this country in a place whereby everybody would admire our country. I remember one, Bill Clinton, saying that he would like to see Mwai Kibaki, he would like to meet Mwai Kibaki. When he was asked, before you retire, who is this person that you feel that you would like to meet? He said, Mwai Kibaki of Kenya. Reason, he could not understand how Kibaki had managed to put over 1 million extra pupils in primary school, free primary schools. This was amazing. But now when you look at this now, these gains have completely been trashed. They have been completely been lost. In a nutshell, Kenya is now standing in shame among the community of nations. This is also issue about human rights. When it comes to respecting human rights, we have failed completely. William Samoei Ruto's regime has failed completely as far as inalienable human rights are concerned. The right to life is not respected. The right to assembly is not respected. The right to express yourself freely, freedom of expression, is curtailed. Ladies and gentlemen, our constitution is now very, very clear as far as the human rights are concerned. In fact, our constitution is very progressive when it comes to human rights. The idea of extrajudicial killing is now seen as the order of the day. That's why even yesterday, our shameless security guys cannot care, murdering their own people. And in fact, it is sad because this one was happening in the Kalenjin community. In Kalenjin, when they were fighting over their own land, I think ancestral land, the police killed them, killed 5 of their own. Images of mothers crying for the loss of their loved one left us heartbroken. Again, when I look at our security forces, our army has always been respected by the international community. But now, they have been entangled in politics. I saw somebody talking about Ruto Defense Forces, and this is not good for our country. This does not help our country in any way. And as far as neutrality is concerned, our security forces should be apolitical. They should not be associated, they should not be aligned with any political party, with any person. What they need to do is to just defend the government, but not to be involved in killing. They are taking, in fact, of late we have seen the security forces, including the military, coming out and starting to talk about politics in our country. We saw it just the other day. It is sad. Then the issue of the Gen Z. Do you think the Gen Z will ever forgive William Samoei Ruto? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think they will ever forgive William Samoei Ruto? And because I know this is what is going to be used as a campaign, the BBC expos, people will just take some extract and they will campaign against William Samoei Ruto in 2027. Do you think there is any Gen Z who can vote for William Samoei Ruto? Do you think? Are you a Gen Z watching this video? What is your feeling? Because the country is in pain. BBC was able to show everything that happened, and for once, I felt like shedding tears. Again, our country is now depicted as an island of violence. Bahari la fujo, uwanja wa fujo. It is sad that when we used to be an island of peace, now we are turning out to be an island of intolerance, because that is the kind of regime that we have today. So ladies and gentlemen, please let me know if you know where that gentleman, Mr. Speaker Sir, is. Because I have never heard about him. That's the last time I heard about him. So guys, have a blessed day, and please, if you have never subscribed to this channel, take 1 minute, please. Subscribe if you have never subscribed. And please, today, I ask one thing. Without kunipa thumbs up. And have a blessed day. Bye-bye.